to knock curiosity. Our today's topic is about probiotics. Now, you must have already heard the word probiotic. Where? I think in the advertisement of Yakult. Correct. So, what do they publish Yakult as? They publish Yakult as a probiotic drink that keeps the stomach healthy, family healthy. How come? Because that's the function of probiotics. That's the function that every probiotic does. All the substances that are probiotic do the same function. Now, as this topic is included in microbiology, so what does it mean? That some other kind of microorganisms are involved, correct? Probiotics are microorganisms that are living. So every living organism reproduce, they do all the function that they do, okay? But where do they live? They live in our stomach, they live in our intestine. How do we consume probiotics? We consume it through our food. Now, in your book, you must have read the words like miso, sorket, etc. Correct? So these words must be like, oh my god, what it is? Don't worry. It's not something very difficult. Most of the time, this miso, tempeh, these are Japanese or Chinese foods. We do have our Indian version. For example, even if we drink buttermilk, we get probiotics. If we have yogurt, we get probiotics. And best things, if we have dark chocolate, then also we get probiotics. That is, these organisms. Now, these organisms are mostly, as the words that I have told you, that miso, tempeh, socket, what are these? These are the fermented products. And when there is fermentation involved, there are microorganisms involved. So these microorganisms, they go in our gut. Now, how do they function? I will explain you this with help of a figure. Look at figure A. The pipe-like structure there is your intestine, and the yellow dots on the pipe-like structure are the useful microorganisms. Now, what happens is, as you can see, the lining of the intestine is covered with these useful microorganisms. How they are useful? They are useful in many ways. They help your skin glow. They keep you healthy. That is, most of the time, they are known to prevent stomach related disorders, especially diarrhea. Now, in figure A, as you can see, the whole intestine, the lining, is covered by these useful microorganisms. But in figure B, what has happened? You can see some empty spaces. Why these empty spaces are caused? That is most of the times due to antibiotics. When you are ill, your doctor suggests you some antibiotics. After taking the antibiotics, your illness is covered. Yes. How the illness is covered? Because the disease causing microorganisms are killed. But along with that, the useful microorganisms in the intestine are also affected because of these antibiotics. Now, these empty spaces gets occupied by harmful microorganisms. Check out the figure C. In figure C, there are red dots. These red dots are harmful microorganisms. They have occupied the empty spaces. Now, because they have occupied the space, what they will do? They'll reproduce, they will increase their number, they will form colonies. After this, what actually happens is their number increases more than the useful microorganisms, and they cause various diseases like diarrhea. Now, to prevent this, what we need to do is we need to have a constant supply of probiotics so that the empty spaces left after taking the antibiotics are not filled by harmful microorganisms, but They get occupied by the useful microorganisms in the probiotic substances. So, which are the microorganisms that are involved in this probiotics? Most of the times it is bifidobacterium, lactobacillus, spirulina, yeast. These are the microorganisms that are generally used. So, just have probiotics, make your gut healthy, and be healthy. Have a nice day.